Hi, everybody. It's Miss Shepard.
And Jada.
Hi. We're here because Jada needs some help with word math, which I've noticed that a lot of us need help with. So we're going to go over one of our old word math sheets. This is from January 20th. And hopefully the work that we do here will help you to understand what you need to be doing on your word math. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, Jada, is we're going to look at the first set of directions, which I need you to read out loud, please.
Use each word parts to figure out what each word means.
Okay. And then we have a list of word parts here. Can you go through just all of the word parts? You don't need to say what the definitions are. Just go through all of them for me.
Contra, anti, counter, dict.
With a T at the end.
Ban, and Semitic.
Good. Very good. Okay. So the next thing that we're going to do, we have a list of these word parts, and each of the word parts equals something. The thing that they equal is a definition or the meaning of each of the word parts. Your job is going to be to take those word parts and add them together to understand what each definition of your real words are. Okay, so just to reiterate that in the instructions that I have here, Jada's going to read the second set of instructions.
Based on the word parts above, what does each word below mean?
That's much more simple, less words than I used. Okay, so our first word here is contradict. We know that two of the word parts of this entire word are both in the word parts list. The first one is contra, and the second one is dict with a T at the end. Okay, so what does the word part contra mean, Jada?
Excuse me. Contra means against or opposed to.
Okay, and then the second word part?
To speak.
Okay, so your job now is to take those word parts and you're going to add them basically together to get the definition of the word contradict. So against or opposed to and to speak. How could we use each of the word parts to make a definition that makes sense in our mind?
To make one that makes sense, we would say to speak against.
Okay, so how would you know to use to speak against rather than against to speak?
Because you would like to speak proper English.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so what we would do then for contradict is we would take the word parts and we have to flip-flop them. So dict at the end is to speak. You want to flip that in front of contra so that it turns out to be to speak against. Okay, go ahead. And it's true. So when you're contradicting someone, you're disagreeing with them. You're speaking against what it is that they've said. The next one that we're going to look at is
antibacterial.
Okay, we know what bacteria are. Anti, what is the word part equal there?
Against, before, opposite, or opposed to.
Okay, so how could we then say the definition of bacteria using our word part?
I would choose the word against bacteria.
Okay, that sounds good. So we're going to write that down. So we know that things that are antibacterial, they counteract bacteria. They try to kill bacteria or get rid of it. They go against the actual germ. All right, the next one that we have, what's it say? It
says anti-Semitic.
Okay, and both of those word parts are in our word parts list. Anti is first, and then Semitic is after. Anti means?
Against, before, opposite, or opposed to.
And Semitic?
Of Jewish ethnicity.
Okay, so take a second and think about how you would make these two into a definition. How would you add them together?
I would choose against Jewish ethnicity.
Okay, and I think that's correct. So when someone has anti-Semitic views, they don't support or they speak against a lot of people of Jewish ethnicity. Okay, and let's look at a few more here. So the next one says
counterclockwise.
Okay, and you know what clockwise is. Can you tell me, like, in a direction, with a motion with your hand, what is clockwise?
Clockwise is going right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So counter is the word part. What does counter mean?
Counter means opposite or opposite direction.
Okay, so let's add them together.
I would say opposite direction of clockwise.
Yep, that's exactly what counterclockwise is.
Everybody's gonna look at the clock and make sure I'm right.
Mm-hmm. But they know you are. Well, I know. Okay. Let's do two more. There was one that you wanted to do earlier, and I think it was this one, right? And then I like that one. So let's try, what's this word say?
Anti-jug.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-jug.
Right. And we know that the word part is anti.
Yes.
Here. We've established what it means, so let's add it together.
I would say anti, so I would say against jugs.
Okay. You used a different one the last time we talked about this. What'd you say?
Opposed to drugs.
Either of those would work.
Yes.
But the point is that you're using the word parts and adding them together to be able to gain an understanding and a definition from that math that you do in your brain. Okay. Let's do one more. And I like this one. Counteract. So we know that counter is opposite or opposite direction. So if you are counteracting something, what would that mean?
You act opposite.
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Yep. So to counteract is the opposite action of whatever the original action is. For example, if you're playing a game, often the object of the game is to counteract your opponent, meaning it's to act opposite of or to fix what it is that they've done. Okay. All right, guys. So essentially, this is how you solve word math. And hopefully the work that we've done today will guide you on how you need to be completing future word math problems. If you have any questions or any concerns, you can feel free to leave a message on this page attached to the video, or you can leave a message on my website at shepshomeworkhelp.blogspot.com. Thanks so much for your time. Take care. Bye.
Bye.